little over a month ago, I left Ohio and rode my motorcycle 1,500 miles to Sturgis, South Dakota by myself. I did meet up with a lot of amazing friends on the way, and if you guys are interested in checking out that content, head over to my playlist and look for Sturgis. But the thing I want to talk about in this video are the 5 things that YouTubers will not tell you about Sturgis. Let's get into it. I should give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer. I tend to not do a ton of research before I go to any kind of rally or event or destination, because basically I'm just gonna get everyone's opinion and it's all gonna be different. I'm perfectly capable of forming my own opinions, and as long as I do things in a safe and timely manner, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm literally just riding motorcycles and having fun. So the way I broke this list out is 5 things that can be viewed as pros and cons when it comes to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. This was my very first year, and I'm not gonna lie, I will be back again. I loved it. So the first thing, and something that is a little bit deceiving if you have never been to the rally before, is everything is super far apart. And I mean, I was staying in a little city called Lead for the first 4 days of the rally, and it took me 55 minutes to get from downtown Sturgis back to my house in Lead. So that just gives you a little perspective on off-season rally times. It doesn't take that long. I think it takes like maybe 40 minutes, 35, give or take. Everything is just kind of really far away from each other. So if you think that you're gonna head out and go riding for the day and just see a couple cool sights and then make it back by dinner time, I would go ahead and recommend you double the amount of time you think you're gonna spend actually riding the roads. When you factor in traffic, accidents, heat exhaustion, or weather conditions, it's gonna take you a lot longer to get to and from places. At least it did for me. Now, the pro that I found of that is I actually got to do some of my most enjoyable riding in Sturgis going to and from those places, because the areas that you're gonna be riding to and the places that you're going to be trying to get to have some astounding roads themselves. So if you think that you're gonna take an hour to get somewhere, that means you're gonna have an hour of pretty decent ride time. So that's my pro and con. And tip number 1 is things are really far apart. I may have seen this in a YouTube video somewhere before, but I really didn't learn about it until talking with some actual friends of mine and experiencing this for myself. So the second con is there are a lot of people that trailer their motorcycle in for the rally specifically, and they're just really bad at riding. I don't know how else to put it, whether they're from the plains or the flatlands or Florida, I don't know, man. Someplace that doesn't have actual curves, just corners. I was very surprised at the amount of very poor riders that are in the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. And this isn't a slight at anyone, but I did notice there are a lot of older riders, older gentlemen that I saw struggling to stand their bikes back up or safely maneuver their bike once stopped. And that's not a slight. It was just kind of shocking to me that there would be so many people that were struggling so much just trying to keep a bike upright and making a decent, safe corner. And a perfect example of what I mean by that is there's a lot of sweepers, a lot of corners in Sturgis or in that area, in the Black Hills in general. And I would catch myself leaning into my corner, keeping my own pace, not going fast, and then having another biker in the oncoming lane go wide, not being able to make their corner, and I would have to swerve to get out of the way. There were a few times where I had some serious close calls. So yeah, I honestly didn't do too much riding while I was in Sturgis. So that is the con, is you're gonna experience a lot of inexperienced riders or people that have just kind of fallen off the horse, metaphorically. The pro to that is when I did want to ride in certain locations or get back to certain destinations, I got to kind of set my pace, which was nice. I have no problem just cruising behind a group of people that are just out for a Sunday cruise. That is a-okay with me, man. I had a really good time. I didn't feel pressured to pass them or stay away from, I just felt really comfortable when I wanted to pick my line and pick my ride. Kind of like this angle. I might stay down here for the rest of the video. I forgot my coffee. Hold on. I'm getting old. Crawling around on concrete is not my idea of fun. Also, one more quick interruption. After I left the Sturgis motorcycle rally, I continued west on into Wyoming, Montana, and Colorado. So if you are interested, stay tuned every Sunday for the Jess Goes West series. That's also in a playlist. I can link it down below. The third thing that, this might be a little inconsistent because this is the one thing that YouTubers have told me over and over again. There are a lot of people. A lot. At least there was for the first week, and it kind of tapered off throughout the week this year. But the con is that there's a lot of people, which means there is a lot of traffic, there's a lot of parking, and inflation is real. So if you want to go stay in a $100 normal hotel room, you're going to be paying close to $400 a night for that hotel room. So there are a lot of people, a lot of traffic, and everything is 4 times as expensive as it normally is, but that's to be expected. That's a rally. Not complaining about that, it's just if you're not into a lot of people, that's a con. So the pro, I have my notes down here, just keep looking at the pro is, I had an amazing time with every single person I met that week. Every single one. I was there from Friday to the following Saturday. I was at Sturgis for over a week. I met some of the most lovely people, the most kind-hearted, full of respect, admiration, information, and I just really, truly enjoyed myself. So if you're a people person, which I would consider myself to be a people person, I'm an introvert, but I'm a people person, I had an excellent time. Number 4 is there's just flat out too much to see and do. It's too much. You need longer than a week to be out there and actually see and do everything that you want to do. They have OEM demo rides, nightly concerts, amazing roads and history. And then it's not even just Sturgis. It's you gotta go to Deadwood, you gotta go to Lead, you gotta go to Rapid City, or there's just everything is so popping. And everyone's having so much fun, and you just kind of get FOMO if you don't get to go and do all of those things. I certainly felt that way, and I still had the time of my life, but there were a lot of things I didn't get to actually see or experience because I was doing something else. The pro of there being too much to do is you kind of get to pick your own vacation. You get to pick your pace. What do you want to do? Are you a foodie? Do you want to travel around and try all the different vendors in the shops and the restaurants? Or are you a concert goer, a music lover, and you want to go see all of these amazing concerts at the different venues? Or are you a rider? You trailered your bike and all you want to do is ride. Let's ride. Hit the road at the crack of dawn. Ass crack of dawn. And that's how I felt on my vacation is I got to kind of pick and choose what I wanted to do. And spoiler alert, I kind of just got to hang out and enjoy the rally. I didn't do a whole ton of riding because I had 1,500 miles there and a remaining 4,000 miles to get home. So I got my riding in, man, and it was a really, really good time. And number 5, it's in South Dakota. The con is it's in South Dakota. If you're anything like me and you had to come anywhere from the East Coast, you got a lot of nothing to ride through. Oh my God, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas. It was just very boring. I think I slept. Nebraska, sorry, life on the blacktop, sorry, but I hated Nebraska. It was just so boring. Everything was the same. It all smelled like cows. And yeah, so getting from Ohio to South Dakota was a major con. I was over it. I just wanted to be there. I was exhausted. But the pro is it's in South Dakota. Seriously, that's the pro. You are in the Black Hills. There's some of the most beautiful riding in the whole country right at your fingertips. And then if you're done with Sturgis and you're ready to get the hell out of Dodge, you can go over into Montana or Wyoming or Colorado or Utah. You're so close, prospectively, to other amazing states and sites. And that's exactly what I did. As soon as Sturgis was over, I hit the road and I went to some of the most iconic riding places in the country. For now, I still have a lot more to see and do. None of this information I shared with you is groundbreaking, and I know that. I just wanted to share my experiences since this was my very first rally. I was technically there solo, but I wasn't, because I got to spend the entire week with some of my best friends that I have made in the industry, and I would just 10 out of 10 do it again. Exactly the same. I did do a few things this year that I would not like to do again next year, and there are a lot of things that I didn't do that I would like to do. So if you are considering going to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, or you've never been before and you want to go, I will let you know it's very overwhelming. I'm very, very, very thankful that I got to go to Get On ADV Fest with Revzilla 3 weeks prior to the actual rally. I got to ride the Harley-Davidson Pan America out there during that festival, and it really gave me a lay of the land, as well as an opportunity to ride some of those more scenic roads on my own term without 500,000 other bikers around me. The first thing I would change next year is I would not book myself up as much as I did. I had something going on literally every single day, and like I said, everything is far out there, so you have to really take into consideration time management when you're trying to get from point A to point B. I would love to hear some of your thoughts and opinions on what you thought of the rally this year, or whether or not you've never been and you plan on going. So leave that comment down in the comment section and let me know what the #1 thing is about the rally that keeps drawing you back, because like I said, this was my very first time and I'm absolutely hooked. If you haven't seen those videos, you should definitely click on this playlist and just have fun. Thank you guys for watching.